Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are back with another one. It is the Authority Project. I am Brian S. Arnold here, and we are delighted to have Mr. Luke Guy in the house. And he says he's going to help us do funny ads and social proof marketing, which helped him grow quickly. Is that right, Luke?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Very killer, definitely today with the way things are in a competitive market. We'll go over that and how it could actually help you stand apart, which is what it's all about. So I'm all about it. Let's dive in and let's help you guys out.
Awesome. Well, we shall see. We shall see on this current episode of the Authority Project.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, feast your eyes and tune your ears. It's that time again. We are live with another episode of The Authority Project. It's the video podcast streamed on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Periscope, where we talk to digital marketers, business coaches, and creators of all kinds on how they've built authority in their field and how you can mimic their success. Developing authority, building your audience, and attracting better clients to your own business. Now, without further ado, let's bring to the virtual stage your host, Brian S. Arnold.
All right, it's Brian back here, and this is the Authority Project. You are the project, and you want to slap authority to your name so you can sell more of what you're great at. And I am so grateful to have Mr. Luke Guy on the virtual stage with me today. And we are talking about funny ads and social proof marketing. How are you doing today, my friend?
My man, I am pumped to jump on, bring the heat. I'm great. Great to be alive. Great weather here in Georgia, so cannot complain at all.
Awesome. That's awesome. So let's get, first of all, let's get these things out of the way. Let's get the few things out of the way, the few questions. And the first one is, who are you, Luke Guy? Who are you personally and then professionally?
All right. So Luke here from Georgia, from good old country Georgia, country boy here, about an hour from the coast of Georgia, near Savannah, Georgia. Born and raised here. My family's in business as far as I can see, business owners goes down. It was in my blood what's going to happen, and here I am. I am the owner at LukeGuy.com, PR and paid media specialist. Started out when Facebook dropped the conversion objective, which is a huge targeting type. It's actually a type of pixel in Facebook. Not going to bore you, but we run media. We've helped businesses grow. Got some great case studies we can talk about, but that's what we do. It's about getting you attention, and be able to attract that, and ultimately grow your business with paid media and earned media, doing things like PR work, getting featured by publications, things like that. So that's what I do.
I love it. Awesome. So do you have a current project at the moment?
Current project, always, my man. Always, always, always. We actually launched a podcast called Business Talk. That's one of my current projects that we got. Got Jaron running that. I pop in and out of there. I'm a marketer. That's what I love to do. So I got someone running it. That's one of our recent things. It just launched on Apple. That's one of our recent projects. But I'm always got something cooking. I'm looking to create my next big funny ad, which helps us, bring in people. But always bringing people on. And so yeah, always.
Great stuff. And lastly, do you have a daily routine, Luke?
I do. I do have a daily routine. I have my biggest routine the night before. I have a clipboard, kind of like this one right here. Got a clipboard here. The night before, my ritual is to plan out what is the big things I can do, at least big 5 things that I feel like would move the needle. And my biggest focus in my business is how can I create social proof that I can post organically to get people to believe. We actually sent out a 100K award to a client who closed 100K with us. And anytime someone closes a special number like that, we make them a crystal award. And that's one of my last projects we finished. We made him an award, shipped it to him.
Nice.
Took USPS about a week to get him to him, even though he's another state away. I was wanted to get. I did priority and everything. Still took him a week, about a week and a half.
Oh, boy.
I'm always thinking about how to create social proof. But my ritual was to answer your question. Try to get breakfast in. Try to get my push-ups in, exercise in, and go fulfill that spreadsheet and start knocking stuff off that spreadsheet. That is my ritual. Could be more cleaner. I could wake up earlier. Like people talk about waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning. That's not me yet. I'm trying. Not there yet.
You know what? It's so funny that you say that because I ask this question all the time, and it goes everywhere. It goes everywhere. And there's some people who get up really early. Some very few people really get up at 4 o'clock. I tell you what, it's mostly 6 o'clock, and then some people are like 7:30, 8. So
So
I
there's hope
say,
for me then. There's hope
yeah,
then.
yeah. I say as long as you get your job done during the day, hey, and get some focused hours in.
Yeah.
That's what I
I,
see right now.
I work later. Like I find myself working at night sometimes when,
Yeah,
the kids are in bed.
right.
Because I got 4 little ones, and I find that's a good time for me. So whenever I can get it in, I do it and dedicate it time to my family. So, but yeah, that's my ritual.
Great
That's what I
stuff.
do.
Great stuff. So let's get into it now, Luke. Let's get into it. Why funny ads as opposed to the traditional ads we see all the time? Because I know a couple of guys in the UK who do this a lot, and that's what they do. They run funny ads for companies. They're good at it. But why do this? What is the purpose of doing funny ads as opposed to something else?
Well, so I kind of fell in it by accident. As a kid, one of the things I wanted to be was a book writer and a comedian, even though I'm not a
Okay.
funny one. Okay. I wish I could, not that great. If I can make my wife laugh, I know it's good. She's a tough crowd, but that's how, if I say it, it's not funny. Everyone else says it's funny, but anyway, but it's just so I always want to be funny. But I also like, as a kid, I loved writing scripts. So when Facebook came around in 2013, I ran the normal ads, the serious ads.
Yeah.
Today, the usual ad today is this person takes him seriously. He's wearing a coat like me right now.
Right. Right.
He's got his glasses on. There's a jet in the background. Everything. You're rich when you walk in slow motion. By the way, I don't know if you know that. Like, or like this here, like this right
Right.
here. That's how
Right.
you get rich. You gotta have the stance, and that worked. That worked well for a lot of people. I didn't do the jets or the Lamborghinis or rent that stuff out, but people who did that, and definitely YouTube ads, it worked out.
Yeah.
Facebook ads, same way. As we've gotten closer to 2020, 2020 was a remarkable year in a lot of ways. Things changed for a lot of people, and in the ad world, people don't know it was changing there too. And the fact is now those ads are so expensive to run because the media for the platforms are not for it as much as they used to, and the people are not liking it as much as they used to. But one thing has never changed. People love to laugh. And now you may think there's an opinion, but I have data to back that up as well. When we ran the serious ads versus the funny ones, click rates and the conversions always crushed it. Appointments, and it was always better when we was funny because because the whole point in selling something is getting them to know, like, and trust you.
Yeah.
That's always been the 3 ingredients. But I try to change it up a little bit to get them to know, love, and trust you. If you can
Mm.
get someone to go from like to love, it's killer for your brand. And I find since I love being funny, I love writing scripts. I would do this for free. That's how much I love it. And it pays at the same time.
See, my next question to you was, which is a good segue to this, is like, I was going to say, show us how to be funny, Luke. Because I think a lot of people will come and be like, well, I'm not funny. I don't know how to do that. I mean, is there a comedic blueprint that you follow, some kind of stick,
Oh yeah.
that helps you be more relatable?
Oh yes, absolutely. I love slapstick comedy. I love, back in the kid, we watched Three Stooges, Tom and Jerry. That stuff is still funny to people today.
Yeah.
Back in the 40s and 50s, people are still people. So I'll do, I'll do different things. Like for example, the first 5 seconds of that video is very, very important. That's how, because people are scrolling on their phone, right? They're scrolling on their phone. And you've got just a few seconds to catch their attention. And you've seen that people are like, stop scrolling, or they'll do something, they'll say something stupid.
Yeah.
What I do is I make it part of my story. What I'll do, for example, one of my last ones I did is he's like a business owner, and he says something. Now it's time to blow up my business with ads. And he takes his finger and he hits his computer, and then everything just blows up. It's like a cartoon. Everything blows up. And when the smoke clears, he's all like, and it's me, I'm the character, and his shirt's all burnt, the box is on fire, smoke comes out of his mouth. That's what I wrote in the script. It took me a little bit to figure that out, but that was funny to people. Like running into stuff, like the
Right.
slapstick comedy. Now, you don't have to go that far. I like effects. As a kid, I love doing effects on computers. You don't have to go that far out. I've done trick shots. But as for comedy, it really comes down to writing the script and putting time into that script. Most people, when they create ads like this, they take the phone out, they record something, upload it on YouTube.
Yeah.
A good comedy piece and a good ad, you're not going to do in 10 minutes. Just not going to happen.
Okay. And that's one of my questions. Like how long does it take? And I can probably see the pain in some people watching now, like, yeah, these are great, but how much time does this take? And how much does this cost?
Yeah.
As
For
well.
me, it's free to make it. It's
Okay.
free. It's absolutely free to make it. And the thing is, like, my very first ad that I created was very simple, and it literally took me 3 hours to make. I'm still running that ad. And it's literally me talking to myself. Like, I'm dressed up in different, and I'm literally talking. Well, it's actually a phone conversation. It's a sales conversation. A guy's talking to another person about buying from him, and it's still, and it's like a 2-minute clip or something like that, and it's still bringing me leads to this day. It was one of my simplest ads ever done. So took me a few hours. You can make them for free. Just write you a good script, read it out loud, put some heart into it. That's what I do. And I love it. I love watching stuff going from that to life and watching it,
So, and I want to make sure that people know, like, are you using certain tools for editing these videos? Are you using, can someone, like, literally, can they use your phone to do an ad? But are you using cameras and all this kind of stuff? I just want to break down everything.
Yeah, I literally am using my phone. Like, this is a Google Pixel, average smartphone. I think this is like $350, $450 online for the Google Pixel phone. Doesn't really matter. You can use any smartphones, great quality today. And then I bought like, I think, a $15 tripod. As for software, literally I have a software called DaVinci software for Windows. That's what I've used for everything. It's free. It's it's a simple editor, DaVinci. I love that software. So, and it's I've actually used Final Cut Pro on Apple. Like, Apple is, it's the big editor that people use to edit stuff. But DaVinci is it reminds me of the Apple Cut days where I use Apple Cut, the software, and it's very close to that. So that's free. Pretty much everything I use is free. Just put in your time, and it'll work out for you.
Now, tell us, because I always I'm getting into this into something that I teach now, and I think I put in an podcast episode one day. It's just like, when you're doing something new, when you're about to embark on something new, Luke, there's a learning curve. So be real with us right now about the learning curve, about all of this stuff, about building this ad. That obviously it's going to be great at the end. It's going to be very it should be profitable for us, at the end. But how much of a learning curve are we looking at, if you think?
So as for learning curve on it, everything really boils down to the script. Like, so for example, the process of it, the way I do it: take a clipboard, piece of paper, and I'm thinking, what is the biggest pain point my client's going through right now? That's what I'm looking at. What is the biggest pain point my client's going through? And what actually inspired me to create my very first funny ad was, I just got off a sales call. And you know how they always give you the price objection on a sales call. I can't do this because, and I need to talk to my dog, my wife, my aunt, my manager, the world but you.
Yeah.
And they kind of go through that. So I was just thinking, I said, I wonder how many people going through this like I do, and they get that price objection or the I'll think about it, So what I've done is I've taken the pain points of what salespeople go through and just give them something to laugh about, because I needed to laugh at something, because I was just like, I hate this. So what I did, I literally kind of drew out a script, something funny, the things I'm thinking when I'm going through a sales call. And then I literally took a tripod. But at first I didn't even have a tripod. I literally took my phone. I just stood it up somewhere and recorded me in different angles and ported that into the computer and just spliced it a little bit. Didn't add music. Didn't do none of that. Just literally cut out the parts and turning it on and off and make it seem like I'm talking to myself. And then from there, you export it. So from, in that situation, it literally took me about 4 to 5 hours to do. But that ad I can use. I'm still using that ad. Once you get a good idea, some of your ads you go to use for 6 months to a year. And sometimes you can put them on the shelf and then bring them back. So that 5 hours, definitely when you do high ticket sales, is very worth your time.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So this is great so far, man. This is awesome stuff. So let's dive into the other part about social proof marketing that you say that is very important as well. What does that entail? Are you saying just like testimonials? Give us all the deets. What does that? What does that all mean?
Well, I did a live video in my group yesterday talking about how to get clients just with your profile, because ads have went up. It's gotten harder for people. That's why I suggest funny ads. But let's say someone don't want to take the time to do that, and they want to come right off the bat and just trying to get clients.
I think we lost you there. Come back to us. I think we lost you. We lost you. Come back, Luke. Come back. Uh-oh. This is awkward. Can you guys see me? This is awkward. Okay, we got you here. You got you? You ready? Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Run it back. We're good.
Okay. So what I was saying was, a lot of people, they want to, they let's say they don't want to do the funny ads at first. And let's say that they want to start, try and get clients right off the bat. So that's why I recommend doing something called social proof marketing, where they literally take social proof pieces that they've created. Let's say that they've started a business, and let's say they've gotten people results. I show them, and like, for example, people hire me to go into their business. I'll do a call with them, and it's my job as a detective to find things in their business that they can turn into stories, to snapshot, to take pictures of, to make video of,
Yeah.
and then post it on their profile. I call it social proof marketing. To me, Brian, that is the fastest way to get clients. If every day you post good stuff on your profile, your Facebook profile, and that's all you post every single day, how you're helping people, your story, and everything is because look, there's a rise of scammers out there. They've got YouTube channels.
Yeah.
They are like the scam busters.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna name them. You can go look them up. But the fact is that there's YouTube channels who have hundreds of thousands of subscribers, and it's their job to identify the next scammer. So these people, and that's another reason funny ads are cool, because these people in the Lamborghinis and jets are targets for these YouTubers, and they're knocking and they're trying to bust them. Like they're like the police the internet never had. So that's why it's good to be lighthearted, not to take yourself so seriously, but put on display what you're doing for your clients. So that way, first of all, the world knows you're legit. It also brings clients faster, right? If someone's got jets and Lamborghinis, but they can't show a single social proof, what are the chances actually real compared to if you're actually dishing out good stuff every single day? There's no question you're real, and there's no one who can, question.
Yeah. Say that one more time. I think we lost you a little bit there, going a little low. So if you're doing what now? I'm sorry.
If for example, if you're posting out social stuff every single day,
right,
like good stuff, like social proof every day, you can't be busted because you're actually real. Because anyone can open up a laptop and say there's something they're not.
right.
Anybody can rent a well, I say anybody. If you can drop $1,000, $2,000, you can get your Lamborghini for the day.
Right. Right.
But not just anyone can get these many people to say good things and do different stories and angles of so much. So if you're pouring out social proof, they can question this and that. If it's every day, different angles, they can't question that. And that's what brings people on. So to me, that is the fastest way of getting clients. Funny ads, but also social proof marketing, which costs you nothing to do, no money behind it. You just post it. You get clients.
So you're saying getting an endorsement is probably better than just tooting your own horn, because I think people would much rather that.
Yes.
And we already talked about the steps of having people shout you out. Do you put them on regular posts? Do you put it on your profile pictures? What is the way of posting that so that you're doing it in the right way?
Yeah, so I like to go after many different variations of social proof. Like, for example, I'll do, hey, my client, just like, for example, I made an award for my client. He just made 100K with us. So I made him an award. I said, hey, guys, I'm making an award for my client that made 100K. I'm not saying toot, look what we did. It's, hey, check out my award for my client. He made 100K. So to kind of, connect to what's going on here.
Yeah.
And then I'll ship it to him. He takes a picture of it, and he's like, look what I got. Right. And then it's like, oh, check out my client. He's got a 100K award from us. Right. So it's like same person, two different posts. Right.
Yeah.
But the people who saw this post maybe didn't see that post. So we turn it to a story. I can interview him now, get him on video. Philip, how did you get this award? Like, what did you do? I'm so proud of you. Make it a celebration.
Nice.
I was having a client. And that's 3 pieces, 4 pieces off of one situation. Whereas most people say, my client made 100K. Woohoo, that's great. But when you turn it to a story, like turn it to videos and pictures, whatever, it really gets way more reach. It's way more powerful. And if it's in crystal, it's got to be real, right? So, and it very much was. But
Wow.
scammers, I find, are cheap, so they don't do that kind of stuff. So,
So let me dive back into the funny ad thing real quick. Are there any type of funny ads or any kind of components of that ad that one should stay away from? You know, 'cause you can be criticized in some ways of, that's not funny, or we shouldn't be talking about that or whatever. Is there something
yeah,
that you should stay away from?
absolutely. So, politics, is a big one. Stay away from. I know comedians love touching on politics. Stay out, get out. I know it's noisy and you're trying to get a name for yourself, but you can be funny without bringing in politics.
Yeah.
Be respectful. Don't be disrespectful. Like, have respect for humanity and for everyone's feelings. Because there's comedians who take it so far. Like, I don't know if you remember the young YouTuber. His name was Logan, and he went to a China. They have suicide forest, I
Yeah.
believe,
Yeah.
in those countries over there.
Yep.
And you remember what I'm talking
I know,
about? Like,
exactly. I do. I do.
and he made headlines, and he thought it was
Yeah.
a good idea because he kept trying to get, cross. He kept trying to raise the bar, and
Right.
then one day he went too far. He felt like there was no such line, and then he found out there was. And after that video, he never really recovered from that. His
No.
YouTube channel actually ceased after that, and now he does a radio show, nothing like that. But he's getting nowhere near the reach
Mm-mm.
as he did. You don't even hear about him hardly anymore, where you hear
Right.
about his brother more
Right.
now today. They have to do something completely different now. In
Wow.
fact, he went from comedian to boxer. He went from this extreme to
Right.
that extreme.
Right.
He said, I'm not a comedian no more. I'm this serious guy over here. And the
Right.
fact is, there is a line to cross. The main thing, we got to respect each other. And there is a line to be crossed. I don't care if you're a comedian. I don't care if it's funny or not. There is a line there.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So we talked about the work, we talked about the average work time, that kind of thing. And let's put us all into one full swoop. Go through like the overall summary of all these things about putting together the funny ad, how that works with going to your landing page or whatever, and then combining that with the social proof. How does that tell us about that whole cycle as we wrap up this thing?
No problem. So for those listening right now, I like to start with, what is the objective? Objective is to get clients. And, if you're in high ticket, like if you're consulting, you're a coach or an agency, whatever, you sell high ticket info, best way to go is start with your profile, show the world you're legit. Well, Luke, I don't have much social proof. Yes, you do. You just don't know it yet. That's why a lot of times people get me onto their team. Literally, I talked with a millionaire this week. He's been doing this for years. And he hired me on. And he was like, Luke, I don't know if I have that much social proof, or I've never really done it that way. He sold millions now of his product. He feels this way. How many other people feel that way?
Yeah.
I'm like, are you kidding, man? And literally 10 minutes in conversation, he had so much social proof. It was amazing. He started posting stuff first day, and he feels like he booked out. He feels like he booked out $35,000 worth of clients his first day. It was just hard to believe, but he's like, in the 6 years, I've never done this before like this. And when he actually went through the simple step, it changed for him. So that's where I would start. Start posting social proof. Start there. Don't spend money. Don't spend money on ads first. Get this. In paid media, they say, well, spend more money in ads, you make more money.
Yeah.
That's like saying pour gas on the ground and the fire will just get bigger. Well, if there's no fire, you're wasting your time. And spending more is just
Yeah.
like Congress spending money. That's going to solve all our problems. No, it's not. Get a converting machine first. Get the fire going, then pour gas. That's where the funny ads comes in.
Okay.
And that's one thing I like to do. It's like, my client did this, my client did that. Here's a funny video of me. My client did this, my client did that. Here's me being stupid. You know, he's just gonna boom, boom, boom. So that I
Okay.
want to show the human part of me. So I can still take my funny stuff, even if I don't turn it into an ad, and put it on there, and they always love it. And it separates me from the Lamborghini jet loving, guys out there. And then you got crazy Luke over here, but I'm making people laugh. But yet they take me seriously too because I'm getting the
Yeah.
calls. I've got millionaires coming on wanting to work with me. So, and you know what was amazing though? He said, Luke, I haven't checked you out much. I just know I loved your funny ad. You made me laugh. I want to work with you.
Yeah.
I'm like, what do you, he said, I remember your mustache coming off in your video and I know how to work with you. I'm like, why? Why did I?
You just never
I
know,
stood
right?
out. I
Yeah.
made him laugh. What's amazing is that's the kind of person I want to attract. Like I like people who are lighthearted, who are not robots. So it actually attracts
Yeah.
people who are like me, who actually have a heart and want
Right.
to laugh. And he's actually getting results from it. So it attracts my kind of people. And why that makes people want to buy, I don't know. I guess I guess it's because I'm doing something most of the market isn't doing right now. And what's amazing is most people don't know how to do it. So it kind of makes it anyone can take a camera, but not anybody can make you laugh. And apparently I'm good at that. So that's my strengths.
Awesome. Awesome. I have one last question. This is great, man. This has been
Go.
awesome. And it goes something like this. I'm going to put you front and center. And it goes something like this. There are people who have maybe similar goals, similar interests as you, maybe similar journeys, maybe paths that have kind of just like Luke, they want to be in the Luke business.
Yes.
They want to do those things. Can you show them or tell them in your own words how they can become an authority in this space?
How to become an authority in the space? Right off the bat, what I would do is I would go get some good stuff done. The fact is that you can do it. You absolutely can do the things that you're wanting to do can be done. 2020 was a bad year for a lot of people, and they haven't recovered from that. Don't let it be a weight to you. Don't let that be the thing in your mind where I can't do this. You can do this. There's no reason why you can't do this. It's a prime opportunity to go crush it. Go get people results. If you work hard, you put it in, go market it. You was given a gift and a talent. And if you market that talent, like my thing was, I was that crazy little kid who always had the weird haircut, who didn't know how to talk but wanted to be funny, right? That was something that I never thought I could be, and I'm actually using it as a gift today. And the fact is, everybody's got this inside of them. So maybe your thing isn't making funny ads, but the fact is, if you go create your social proof, go work for free. Today I still work free for some people who I feel like I want them in my world. Like I literally will offer my stuff sometimes to people that are like the Elon Musk of my industry. No, I'm not working with Elon Musk. That's a dream. That's a dream. I would gladly work free for him just to get him on an interview with me, right? I would do whatever, right? That would be sweet. So I still do that. So for you, go offer your skills, your ability, that thing that you love to somebody and say, hey, would you be willing to exchange this work for a comment, for a good word, for a video? Would you be willing? And let it snowball. Go get some good things done. Go interview people, whatever you got to do, and get people saying good things. Put it on camera, push it out there, and there will be a day that you'll have something good new to talk about every single day. I thought the same thing you're thinking right now. There's no way, Luke, I can talk about good things happening in my life, in my business results I'm getting. That's a lie. You absolutely can. It's like a snowball. It starts this big and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And if you dedicate the time, you can post up enough social proof. And the day that you start posting good stuff every single day happening in your life and results you're getting for your clients, you'll have more appointments, more leads, and you know what to do with, and you won't have to turn on ads, right? Unless you want to scale to numbers unbelievable. There's so much work out there. So much
Awesome.
work out there.
That's amazing. That's great stuff. I love all of that, man. That's been perfect. That's just perfect, man. Fantastic. So please tell people where they can find you after the show, Luke.
My pleasure, Brian. Go to lukeguy.com. There's my podcast, The Luke Guy Show. We just opened a podcast called The Business Talk with Luke Guy and team. We're interviewing people there. Go check that out. Got Jaron. He's hosting that over there. I'm trying to jump in when I can. But yeah, lukeguy.com is where it's at. It's what I had a few years. But go there. If you want to get in contact with us, that's where you go. Or go to Facebook, type in Luke Guy. You'll find me there.
There it is, folks. And once again, I'm going to shout out to my donation thing that I want people to help me, help my friend at helpmeg.com. It's a personal friend. She's a creator. She's a coffee roaster. She is a, what can I say? She's just a good person. She's a good person, but she had an unfortunate accident, a mountain accident, and she was this close to being fully paralyzed. So she's recovering now, but of course the hospital bills are coming in. And if you have a heart to give, anything that's helpful, that'd be great. 10s and 20s, whatever you can spare, to get her back on her feet and getting her business back on the mend as well, because she couldn't cook and couldn't roast any coffee anymore. So, if you can't do that, go right ahead. You guys already know my other website, theauthorityletter.com. Go there and get your 3-part video series on how to build your authority platform. So, but that's good for that. And thank you so much, Luke, again, for coming through. This has been awesome. Really great stuff, man. Really unique. I think you're the first person here to come with some really unique, a unique thing that no one else has talked about. So this has been great. So wow. do you have any final words left here before we get out of here?
No. Besides the fact, just go crush it. Go do some good things. There's nothing you cannot do. That's all I got to say. Go for it.
Awesome. You got some love from Germany here. It's a good guest today and awesome on the show. So yeah, I agree. And we are ready to go. It's been a great Friday, people. Take care, and we'll see you on the next one. As I always say, build it, share it, and they will come. We're out of here. Peace.
And that's a wrap for this episode of The Authority Project. Thanks so much for tuning in. And if you like what you heard, we want to hear from you. Subscribe, rate, and give an honest review. Share and tell your friends so they can hear too. And for even more authority building tactics, be sure to sign up at theauthorityletter.com. Get free weekly content and ongoing digital product giveaways to help you on your entrepreneurial journey. We certainly hope you got a key takeaway or maybe an aha moment from today's broadcast. Just remember, it's your authority. Build it, share it, and they will come. Until next time.